Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. And it was Loy Machedo. Today the date is November 7th, 2015. This is Saturday. Time right now is 8:28 in the evening. Now, I have been noticing that lately many people have been losing their jobs, especially because of the recession that has come into play. And although nobody's talking about it, the fact is a lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of companies are closing down. A lot of problems are happening because of which it is affecting people, and the end result is obviously people losing their jobs. So now, here are 20 tips from my side, what you need to do in case you lose your job. This is what I normally advise my clients or people who have lost their jobs. The first one, when losing a job, do not panic. Do not panic. Yes, especially in the Middle East, when you lose your job, the problem is you have 1 month, or depends on the grace period, where you have to pack up everything. You have to, either get a job or you have to pack everything up. You have to, tell your family to pack up all their bags, and you have to go back to your country. So that's a disaster. It's not like the West where you lose your job and you can sit down, relax in your house and enjoy unemployment benefits. So first one is don't panic, because panicking does not help. Does not help anyone. Just have a cool, calm, composed, demeanor, and calm your mind. Remember, there's always a solution. There will be a solution. Only thing you need to, take it easy. Just relax. Okay. The first one is don't panic. Take it cool, calm, composed, and easy. There will be a solution. Second one is, remember, your health is everything. So if you have a mental breakdown, I know some people who have had a mental breakdown. When I was young, for me, when I lost my job, I thought it's the end of the world, and I was completely panicking. I was so scared, you have no idea. Keep your health into perspective. If you're sick, if you're hospitalized, finish. What do? So I always advise clients, keep your health into perspective, eat healthy, and yes, very important, exercise. You must exercise. Okay, so that removes stress. So every day, plan out 1 hour you will do exercise. If required, do 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. And the third one, rethink your priorities. Obviously, when you had a job, your priorities were different. So now when you don't have a job, you have to rethink your priorities. Obviously, your first priority is to get a job. But also have a look at, what are your expenses? What are your streams of income? What you used to do? Where you used to spend your time? So you have to, write it all down on the sheet of paper. Don't think. Don't stress your mind even more. Fourth one is mentally, emotionally, and strategically. You need to be very, very tough. You need to be strong, because remember this. Now you'll get people acting different with you. You'll get you'll start finding out that people, environment, situations, everything changes, especially when you lose your job. When you had a big position, when you had a lot of money, everyone was maybe kissing your ass, and now nobody even bothers to call you. Nobody even bothers to pick up your phone. So mentally, emotionally, and strategically, be really strong and tough. Know that you will come to know who your true friends are. So that, in a way, is a good thing, although it's a painful lesson. Number 5 is, eliminate all the unwanted people. You call up some people, they don't pick up the phone. You ask some people for help, they show you their true colors. So it's a good time to delete these people off your list, the fake friends, the people you do not mean on social media, everywhere. Just remove them off, and you'll be kept with a very small list of people who really matter. These are the people who give you maybe a kind word, who are honest with you, who call you just to check how are things. Or there are some people who go out of the way to help you get a job. Okay, so, this is another exercise I suggest people to do. So at number 5, eliminate those unwanted friends, unwanted contacts. Weed them out and keep the ones who really matter. Number 6, write down every thought on a sheet of paper. In fact, I tell people, keep a black book, a book where you write down all your thoughts, ideas, suggestions, fears, everything. Just keep writing down, because then what happens is it transfers from your brain onto the book, the sheet of paper, and keep this paper with you. That's why I say keep a file, a folder, or a black book, which is very, very important. Now, the next one, number 7, faith, hope, prayers, all that is good. Good luck charms and all that stuff, magical statues and photographs of holy stuff. It's good. Okay, fine, if it helps you. But remember, this is not a plan. This is not going to help you get a job. Going to church or going to a mosque, going to a temple and being that the whole day is not going to get you a job unless, of course, there is a religious guy who has these big time contacts who will say, okay, fine, you don't have a job, I'll give you a job. You need to go out into the corporate world. You need to knock on doors. You need to speak to people, decision makers, and that is what is going to help you get a job. Be realistic about the fact that you need to get a job. Hope, prayers, faith, all that is good. Okay, but I'm not a guy who tells people to do that. If it helps you calm down, fine, go ahead, do that, do yoga, pray, fast, whatever, if it helps you. But you need to have a strategy in place, and hope is not a strategy, okay? Number 8, strategize every single thing that you do. Remember, everything, anything and everything that you do has to come from the strategy that you've planned out from the beginning. So right from the day your day starts, you need to have a strategy in place and strategize every single thing that you do. Your time is very, very important and crucial. Number 9 is expenses. Keep them down to the minimum, the bare minimum, okay? Because what happens is, expenses can go out of control, and especially if you have a credit card, if your loans, oh goodness, that is a disaster. So keep them in check. And especially if you have loans, especially if you have a credit card, I would say be careful, because the minute banks come to know you don't have a job, some of them just jump on you and say, pay up everything, they'll hold your neck. Some other banks, they are pretty okay. If you can speak to them and tell them, say, listen, I've just lost my job, I'm on the way of getting another job, nothing to worry about, don't panic. So some of them are understanding. So, but here I would say use your intuitive sense, because there are some banks which are crazy. The minute you lose your job, they go all ballistic on you. Number 10, start finding out who are your true friends and who you can lean on, especially in case of emergency funds, because money is the name of the game. Money is very, very important. So find out which friends can lend you money and they don't need it back immediately, and keep them as a last plan, a last resort, because these are the guys who you need to survive. Number 11, especially in the Middle East countries, you need to find out where you can get, or what you need to do to get an emergency visa. So, because if you don't have that part into consideration, I would say you're in quicksand, because without a visa, you can't be in this country. So keep that into perspective. Number 12, ensure that your resume is made by a professional. Don't make it by yourself. You do not know how to make a resume. Do not ask your uncle, your aunt, or well-wishers to make your resume. Make your resume by a professional. And I'm a professional. I'm not trying to advertise my services. But yes, if you don't have any professional, come to me. But remember, I charge money. I don't do it for free. And if you don't have anyone else, please, and also if you go to Naukri.com, golfjobs.com, or any of these recruitment agencies, they will just give you a template. They'll charge you money. They'll give you a template. This is not going to help you anyway. It's just going to make your CV look as per their standards, but in the end, it's not going to help you. And however, if there's someone who says, I want the CV to be this way, then I'll call you for an interview. Fine, do it that way. Otherwise, please get yourself a professional. It's like you trying to cut your own hair. It'll be a disaster. Okay. Number 13, start checking your phone, social media, contacts, Rolodex, your clients, anyone and everyone who you have been in touch with when you had a job. Send them your resume, inform them first that you're sending them your resume, send them your resume, and ask them what is it specifically that they can do for you, and note it down, and then follow up with them. Because if you say, I'm just sending you my resume, they might most probably leave it in the inbox, or they'll delete it, or they will say, yes, I did something, but they won't do anything. So ask them specifically what they have done and follow up. Ask them, when can I follow up? And know what they are doing, because otherwise you're simply wasting your time with hope, that you've sent thousands of people and nothing has happened. Okay. Number 14, create your own business card. I give people guidance on what is to be put on the business card. Don't just put your name and your number there. Have what is related to you. This is another a chapter by itself, so I don't want to get too much into details, but I guide people what they have to put on their resume, on their business card, on their resume, on their profile, and based on that, they can network with other people. Number 15, you need to start networking very, very seriously, especially to where your target market come when they're relaxed. However, if you're going to a bar or pub and people are drunk, they're not going to entertain you. So find out places where you can meet. And remember this, there are places like a party where people will feel real awkward. Oh, can you help me get a job? No, you need to find out where they come and where you can meet them. Just talk to them, hi, how are you? And then later on, use your discretion and find out what is the best place to meet up or get in touch with them. and speak to them on the phone, because once a person knows you, he will, kind of speak to you and entertain you. Okay. Number 16. Please never ever badmouth your ex-employer, because trust me, it never works. Never badmouth your ex-employer, because what people think is, oh, if he's badmouthing his employee, he can badmouth me. This is a stupid rule. Although I don't have a problem with people badmouthing their ex-employer, with a purpose or reason. If they just do it just to vent out their frustration, then I'm like, come on, something's wrong with you. Okay. Remember, there are two sides of the story. So you're giving yours, maybe there is another side to it also. Number 17, have a support group. Have a support group of friends who inspire you, motivate you, who really give you that fuel. Otherwise, you will be really depressed. I'll tell you. And sometimes being alone can be depressing. I've been there. I know what it is. You need a support group to help you survive. Number 18. Get up every day in the morning with inspiration, determination, and a drive. I mean, whatever it takes. You do 20 push-ups, you do just run around, you drink Red Bull, whatever it is. But make sure every day morning, the night before you have a plan, in the morning you get up with this energy and zest, because people like enthusiastic and energetic people. Number 19, have no hesitation. Just don't be apologetic, or don't be sad, don't give a sob story. Seek and demand straight answers. Be confident. People like strong people. Don't be weak. Yes, there are moments where you have to cry. I've done that. Okay, but cry not every time. Cry when you need to, but then wipe it off and get out again. Because there are some people who say, "Listen, I don't have time for this bullshit. Tell me what you want." So you cry, no use. And point number 20: keep asking anyone and everyone for help. Anyone and everyone. Just go there and ask, because the maximum you'll get is a no. So you don't lose anything. You need to have thick skin. So ask anyone and everyone. Okay. So these are my 20 points when you lose a job, especially in the Middle East. Okay. I'll just run them down. First one is, don't panic. Be cool, calm, composed. There's always a solution. Number 2, take health into perspective. You need to be healthy, so exercise. Number 3, rethink your priorities. Number 4, be mentally, emotionally, and strategically. Be very tough, super tough. Number 5, you'll come to know who your fake friends and real friends are. So eliminate these unwanted folks from your life. Number 6, write everything down in your black book or on a sheet of paper and keep them, because you need them. Number 7, have a strategy in place. Hope, faith, prayers, good luck charms. They are not a strategy. They're just a placebo. If it works, great, but I don't recommend them. Number 8, strategize every single thing that you do, because it's important. Number 9 is expenses. You need to plug a hole in the leak, keep them in check and cut them down if required. You need to speak to your bankers or wherever you have your loans. Number 10, friends. Just find out who are your true friends, especially the ones who can give you emergency funds, because emergency funds are very, very important. Don't spend them, but keep them as a, in case. Number 10, find out who your friends, number 11, check out what you can do for an emergency visa, because it's very important. Number 12, ensure that your resume is made by a professional. Number 13, check your phone, social media, contacts, Rolodex, clients, whom you can send an email and ask them specifically what they can do for you. Number 14, create your own business card, your professional one that you can give to people. More about it, which I coach my clients. I can't tell you everything here. Number 15, start networking with people seriously, especially where your target market comes and meets up. And remember, if people know you, at least they'll entertain you. And number 16, never badmouth your ex-employer. It does not help, even if he's a bum. Number 17, have a support group. It really helps. Number 18, get up every day in the morning with energy, enthusiasm, and a zest for life. Number 19, have no hesitation. Ask anyone. Don't be apologetic. Don't dwell in self-pity and sadness. Number 20, ask anyone and everyone for help, because you do not know just where help will come from. So Loy from LoyMachedo.com sharing with you his 20 points, especially when you lose your job. I just hope that if you did lose your job, you follow any of these points, and I hope they help you. Any questions, comments, anything. And even if you don't agree, write down in the comments below. Loy from LoyMachedo.com saying goodbye for now.